Hi, my name is Maya. Myself and my coworker, Jacqueline, are excited to be giving you video overviews of all Cal lessons each week. We're going to start with Lesson 1, Foundations. Activities in this lesson encourage students to think and act like engineers and writers. Our goals are for students to be able to define engineer and understand that there are different types of engineers, compare and contrast a design process and writing process, and finally, use the design and writing processes to design a robot. We have 4 activities planned, starting with, what is an engineer? Students should first be introduced to the lesson with guiding questions asking if they know anyone who's an engineer, what do they think is an engineer, and lastly, what do they think an engineer does? We can define an engineer as someone who invents or improves things. Students will then be introduced to the design process, which describes the process an engineer uses in order to make a project. The design process song, sung to the tune of Twinkle Twinkle, might help children better remember these steps.
We ask and imagine, we plan and create, we test and review, and then we share.
Lastly, students will identify human-made versus natural objects. A variety of pictures can be found in the curriculum appendix.
I like these a lot. All right, did an engineer create this?
No. Yes.
You gotta jump if you think yes.
Yes.
In Activity 2, Engineers and Writers, just as engineers use the design process, writers use the writing process as their cycle to create. And just like in the design process, there are always mistakes that require fixing. In the writing process, we call that editing. In the design process, we call that test and improve. Our third activity is Think Like an Engineer. We're going to ask students a series of questions about the importance of design and how engineers use materials in order to have them start thinking like engineers. In Activity 4, How to Make a Pizza, ask students to use pictures, words, or both to make step-by-step instructions on how to make a pizza. We use the how-to as a fun chance for students to work on writing and sequencing. Good luck!